Picture this. You're sitting at your computer and discover an article you co-authored for a popular scientific magazine is trending on the Yahoo homepage. Picture this. You've just landed in a foreign country for an exciting new job assignment overseas, and you have never even set foot in the country before today. Picture this. You just finished one of the hardest yet most rewarding projects of your life, and in the process, you have discovered your passion. Think it's impossible? Unrealistic? I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely possible, and that if you are willing to follow 3 guiding principles, you can achieve just about anything you put your mind to accomplishing. Hello, my name is Kelly Schnar, and I am currently a graduate student at Sam Houston State University, and I am pursuing my master's degree in reading and language arts instruction. I am also an international school teacher, and I'm currently serving at the Pan American School in Porto Alegre, Brazil, as a kindergarten teacher. Today I want to talk with you about the power of daring to live life exceptionally. I try to live every day of my life exceptionally in order to get the most out of each and every day that I am blessed to walk on this earth. My life's work is dedicated to bringing the world just a bit closer together through communication across diverse cultures at the local, national, and international levels. Today I want to talk with you about what it means to live exceptionally. I have 3 guiding principles that I use throughout my day to help me do just that. And slowly but surely, I've been able to make a positive transformation not only in my own life, but in the lives of others as well. The 3 guiding principles we will discuss today include presenting everyday bravery, daring to collaborate, and embracing change by exploring diverse possibilities. Let's talk about everyday bravery. Presenting everyday bravery is when you're willing to share your work with a classmate or a colleague that you're not comfortable with yet. Presenting everyday bravery is when you hold up your hand to volunteer to take on a new task or a new challenge that you have no idea how to complete. When you do these things, you're not being stupid, you're being brave, and you're able to open up possibilities that you don't even know exist yet. When I was an undergrad at Texas State University, I was given the opportunity to take an astronomy course. It was a special astronomy course where we studied how astronomers used their knowledge about the stars to prove different events had occurred throughout history. I didn't know the first thing about stars, but I knew that everybody who had taken this course had really enjoyed it, so I decided to sign up. I loved that class. I would arrive early and stay late because the information was so interesting and engaging, and I got to do things that were very much so out of the norm. One day, the professor challenged us to use our software and the information we had been learning to solve a mystery for him about a double rainbow that had occurred in a German poem. Well, I didn't know the first thing about how to start to begin to research that, but I decided to give it a go. Once I had figured out as much as I possibly could, I dared to bring my work to my professor. And when I did, he was so impressed with what I had found that he not only helped me figure out the rest of the challenge, he offered me a position on his research team that studies the astronomy for different historical events, not only in the United States, but in Europe and other parts of the world as well. I found myself on a research trip to Switzerland and France within 1 year's time. And I was working with people from all these different places in the world, these different astronomers, different historians that I never would have known if I hadn't have dared to try a challenge that I didn't know how to finish. So friends, presenting everyday bravery is how we open doors for ourselves. And it's definitely worth giving it a try and using it as a guiding principle to take your life from ordinary to extraordinary. The second guiding principle is daring to collaborate. That's when you dare to give someone your opinion. And when you dare to let someone give you their opinion about what you are doing and how you can make it better. My most profound memory of doing this type of work comes from my second year as a teacher. Let's just say I was not Teacher of the Year, and I wanted help, and I asked for it from day one, and it completely changed the trajectory of my students' year by allowing others to come in my room and help me figure out how to provide rich learning experiences for my kids. I remember one day the school reading specialist came in my room, and she walked in and she pretty much just started telling me everything I needed to fix. But instead of getting pissed off, I decided to listen. And I stayed that night and I started fixing the things that she said and that she saw that I needed to fix. The next day I walked in my room and my kids and I were both appreciating the changes I had made. And I was hungry for more. I asked her back and I had her sit with me and help show me how to teach these kids to love to read and to write. And in the process, I learned how to teach kids to understand that living a literate life opens up the world outside of the classroom to them. By the end of the year, I saw my kids thinking of possibilities that they hadn't even dreamed of before because they were spending time doing academic work that they had never considered doing before. So, by daring to collaborate, I was able to discover something about myself, that I love teaching kids reading, and that my passion is to help kids learn how to live a literacy-rich life that helps them see a world bigger than they knew before. The third guiding principle is embracing change and exploring diverse possibilities. We can't be afraid of a creative idea. Sometimes they're the best ones. 3 years ago, you would have known me as a girl who was teaching in Houston and living with her sister. I had a great job. I loved my school. I loved living with my sister, and my friends and family were all close by. But I also found myself wanting to travel all the time, and I never had the time or the money to do so because I was taking grad school classes and helping pay for a car payment and helping pay for my housing. And then my sister got engaged. And as wonderfully exciting as a time it was, I also found myself worrying about where I was going to live now. The easy option would have been to get an apartment nearby, have higher bills, still struggle to pay for grad school, and just accept that I wouldn't be traveling for a while. But then I thought outside the box. I knew many friends who had tried the world of international teaching, and none of them had come back yet. So I looked them up and started reaching out, and I asked them to tell me what their experiences were like and how I could look into doing the same. I found myself at an international job fair a month later In Iowa, I found myself talking to schools from all over the world and considering moving to places that I wasn't even really sure where they were on a map. And that's how I ended up in Porto Alegre, Brazil, teaching at a wonderful school in a city that surprises me every single day, and not having to worry about struggling to pay my bills, pay for grad school, and still having money to travel. I get to do all of those things and more because I was able to think creatively, not focus on the problem, and focus more on finding a creative solution. By embracing change and exploring diverse possibilities, I was able to live my best life right now. So there you have it. If you are willing to present everyday bravery, dare to collaborate, and embrace change by exploring diverse possibilities, then I believe you will find yourself in a life situation that will not only meet your expectations, but exceed them by leaps and bounds. You will find yourself living life exceptionally. Even more, you will find yourself living a life with passion and drive to do things that positively change the world. So it's up to you. Are you ready to find out what it's like to live exceptionally? Thanks for watching my video. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and I can't wait to see how you change the world.